Hello, so in this demonstration, I am going to show how to install the LiveShare extension on VS Code. First of all, I will open up my VS Code application, which for me is right here, Visual Studio Code. I'm going to click on this icon here, which if I hover over, tells me that it's extensions. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to search extensions in the marketplace, and I'm going to search for live space share. And we see that there are three options. I want the first one, the live share, and we can see that it has 6 million downloads. And I'm going to click on install. And it says right here that it is installing. This blue line link is happening as well. Okay, it says this extension is enabled globally. Okay, so the next thing that I am going to do is I'm going to close VS Code. There we go. So I'm going to open up Visual Studio Code. Notice it says activating extensions in the bottom. And notice right here it says live share. So it means that I do have that extension. And then if I come over here under the list of extensions that I have installed, if I go down, it says that right there, I have live share installed. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is that I am going to log into GitHub via VS Code. Let me just get that back there. So there's a person icon right here with a blue dot, and it says account sign in requested, and so I am going to select that, and it's going to say sign in with GitHub using LiveShare. So that's my next step. So it's going to bring me to the browser where I have logged into GitHub already. And it says authorize Visual Studio Code to access GitHub. I'm going to hit continue. And one thing that I can do is I can also click on this so it doesn't come up every time. And so I'll do that. You can say open up Visual Studio Code app. And it's going to say, and I'm going to hit don't ask again for this extension. So I'm going to select that. And I'm going to say open. So notice right here, I now have my name with a lock key, and it says here, signed into Visual Studio LiveShare as Reshma Sheikh, and that is the email account associated with my GitHub account, which for me happens to be public. So before we start a LiveShare session, I just want to go over what we have done so far. We have downloaded and installed the LiveShare extension. We have, we downloaded it, we relaunched it, and we signed into GitHub using LiveShare. Okay. The next step that we're going to do is I'm going to be the driver. My name is Reshma, and I'm going to right-click the editor, and the navigator is going to be Juan Martin. And so we're going to demonstrate it. So I am in the reddish, and Juan Martin is in the bluish. So I'm in the reddish section or pinkish. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that the folder that I want to work in is open, and I'm going to click on LiveShare. So let's go over to LiveShare. So, for me, this is the folder that I want to work in. If you want to do it, you can do File, Open Folder, and go to what folder you'd like to work in. For me, it's Project F that's open. So there we are. This right here is the button that starts LiveShare. So I'm going to click on it. And just a reminder that LiveShare is installed as an extension. So that's there. And then I am signed into GitHub at Reshma. And this is the button to get LiveShare going. So I'm going to click on it. And there's two options here. I can share a live session, and that's if I start the session myself. And then, it's possible that somebody actually invites me, and then I would be joining the session. So I am going to just go back and check my notes again. And it says, click on share. You'll see a notification with a message saying your collaboration session is starting. And once the session starts, I'm going to be copied to your clipboard and send it to the person you want to collaborate with. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to hit share. It says down here, starting collaboration session. And it says the link is copied to clipboard, send it to anyone. So it's already copied. So I am going to go over to my chat and share it. Okay. And I'm going to come back to let's go to blue, and then Juan Martin is going to see an option to share, to join the session. And I see Juan Martin is over here, and the green button has gone, the green button with the white check means, I believe, Juan Martin has joined the session. Is that right, Juan Martin?
No, that means that I'm connected, but I'm joining right now. I click on the join button, and
okay. It says down here, Juan Martin Loyola joined the collaboration. So I received okay. So then let me just see what's here. I see Juan Martin is there in green. Actually, if you could just go on mute for a minute, Juan Martin. There, thank you. I see that Juan Martin is participating in the live session, so that is great. Let me go back and just check my notes for a minute. Now you should wait for the driver to accept you into the session, but this is still Juan Martin. Let's see what that is. If your coding partner did not sign into GitHub, you have to accept them into the session. Okay. And so we now have a collaboration session started. So I am going to go to this one right here, says file. I'm going to open up README, and it's a markdown file. So, look, I can see Juan Martin. Juan Martin, do you want to type something into the markdown file? Hey, amazing. I'm going to say,
as you can see, we are both working on the same file, and different colors represents different people working on the same session. So I can see Reshma in yellow. I don't know which color do you see mine.
so I am just, I'm just creating a markdown file. So great. And then, do you want to type something? I'll let you. Maybe, do you want to say where you're joining from? Oh, great. And I will add down here. And I'm joining from New York. Okay. Wow, this is really, really cool. Let's go back to the notes for a minute. So I want to go over a couple of things before we go further. The first is I want to share that I have currently working with version 1.61.1 of Visual Studio Code. And the reason I'm sharing this is that sometimes there's little tweaks and changes that are made during Visual Studio Code, so things might be a little bit different from version to version. So I'm going to close that. I just want to go over a reminder that this very top icon, which is Explorer, is where the files are located. And the one at the very bottom is Live Share, is the one that you can toggle to go back and forth between Live Share. Another thing that I want to show is that there is session chat. There's a chat option in LiveShare as well, and session chat. And this is me, and my pair programming partner is Juan Martin Varela, and I'm just going to say hi. 1, 2, there we go. And then if I just want to, like, maybe I can also close it with an X. And also just to show that there's an icon here, and this is also, let me see, is that also chat? Or no? It's not. Okay, I thought there was a chat option. That's fine. And then, okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm here, and notice that next to Juan Martin, there's an open circle, all right? And so what I'm going to do is I am going to right now ask Juan Martin to, what file are you in, Juan Martin? Okay. Okay, can you go into banana.py? So notice right here, it says that Juan Martin is now in banana.py, right? But for me, this is the README that's active, right? So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the circle, and it's now filled in. And I am focusing on Juan Martin. And what that means is, depending on what file Juan Martin is, my tab automatically goes active between the two. So Juan Martin, you're in banana.py, right? Right?
Yes. Yes, yeah. And now change to README. So you should see that I'm writing here and erasing some lines. And I go again to banana and save the file. Go to Apple now and import NumPy as MP.
Okay, that's great. And then I'm going to explain these icons here. The first one, if I hover over it, it tells me it's copy collaboration link. And what we could do is I could copy the collaboration link and invite somebody else to participate. It's not just the two of us. So for example, if I'm in a sprint and I have the core developer for, say, scikit-learn, they can join us and help us out as well. This last one, before I go to the middle one, is stop collaboration session. So it just gives you an idea of how to stop the session. And the middle one is a microphone, and it says focus participants. And what it does is it sort of like tells the other people participating to focus on what I'm doing. So if I hit on that and I go to README, I'm just going to say in here. And then if I go to banana.py, it's sort of prints.
Yes, and on my screen you can see that I'm following Reshma now. And if you see in the live share tab, you can see that Reshma's circle is full in yellow, and I'm following Reshma as she types in apple.py, and while she moves through the different files. You can see that I'm following her because she clicked on the focus participants.
That's pretty amazing. So next we're going to show how to share a terminal via LiveShare, which we can do. And to begin sharing a terminal, we're going to open up the LiveShare extension. If there's a session details, share tabs, then we have the option to do read-only or write. So let's go over there and try it out. So again, just a reminder that if I want to look at files, I click on this one. If I want to go to LiveShare options, I go here. So what I can do is, notice this was how we got into the chat. If I want to share terminal, I'm going to click on Share Terminal. And it is going to say I can give my pair programming partner read-only or just read-write access. And so I'm just going to try the read-only for now. Okay. So I am here. And actually, for me, I'm just going to go into Z Shell because that's like my main terminal. Yeah, I just clicked on this X and I decided to open up the Z Shell. And so I am, I'm going to do clear. I'm going to do ls. I'm going to do ls minus alt, and that just sort of lists it in long order. And so one Martin should be able to see my terminal. Is this so? Okay.
All the comments that Reshma is doing, I can see them, but I cannot type anything because Reshma put only read-only access to the terminal. And one thing to point out is that Reshma is the only one, or the host of the live session is the only one that can create shared terminal. So
I was just about to ask you that. So that means that you can't share your terminal with me.
Exactly. Right? No, I cannot.
Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the terminal. Oh, sorry. I'm actually using I'm using the show. Hang on. So let me do. Okay, I'm not sharing the terminal now, right? But let me try to do share terminal, and I'm going to do read write. Okay. And I'm going to go to the seashell session, and I am going to clear this, and I'm going to, we're screen recording, so let's see Juan Martin's screen.
Okay. If now you can see that in shared terminals, I have a bash terminal that is read and write, and you can see that if I do ls minus la, I can list the files on the directory. I can also create a new directory called foo.py, and I can do anything I want. You can see now that the file was created, so I did create it on Reshma machine. That's something to remember. All the changes we do in the live share session happens on Reshma machine and the local machine of Reshma, and they happen as if Reshma did it. So any change I did would appear as Reshma did it. So if you are collaborating using this workflow, remember to mention your collaborator while committing. That's something to point out. That's nice. Okay.
So this is pretty amazing. It seems like with great access comes great power. So we should just be very, very, I would say, cautious when sharing our terminal with other users. And let's go back. And that seems to be end session. So we are going to just show how to end the session. So if I come over here, I'm at live share. Oops, let's click on live share here. And reminder that I'm going to click on, if I hover over, it says stop collaboration session. I'm going to click on that. It says right down here, ending collaboration session. And notice over here, it goes back to the option to share or join.
Yes, and you can see on my screen that it says the host has ended the current collaboration session. Open folders and editors will now close. So I click on accept, and the session has ended.
This is great. Juan Martin, thank you so much for writing the blog and spending so much time setting this up and all the slides and stuff. I think it's a really great. I think it's a really great session to share with people.
Thank you, Reshma.